Welcome back to Operation Arsenal. It feels like it's been a month. Arsenal are back, and I'm so relieved with that win. Now, it wasn't very impressive, let's be honest. A 1-0 win away at Fulham, whilst it's a good result and they can be a bit of a tricky team, it wasn't a very impressive performance. It was just a good, solid win, and I've been saying that a lot this season, haven't I? We'll go through the team. We'll go through Fulham and how they got on today as well. But the first thing is, it's just so good to have Arsenal back. I've really missed reviewing and watching and talking and doing all things Arsenal. It really is just horrible going into these international breaks. I know there's more football to watch with international teams playing, but it's just not Arsenal. It's just not the same. I would have loved a nice little 3-4-0 win today. Obviously, that hasn't happened, but do you know what? 63% of the ball, a load of shots, and much better second half in terms of shots. 3 big chances and expected goals of 1.88 compared to Fulham, who had moments in the game. In general, they just didn't really trouble Raya. I think, has Raya made 1 save today, or maybe 2 saves? And one of them was just a cross that accidentally was on target. So we obviously did have a penalty cancelled because of VAR. I think rightly so by the law, I guess. He did get a touch of the ball, Kevin. Just feels like it was quite excessive and there was a knee clash right before it. But it's a little bit of a grey area. I think sometimes a bit of common sense would be nice. I guess it's coming from an Arsenal fan. I wanted the penalty. And maybe if it was against us, I'd be feeling differently. But I just see a knee clash, quite excessive force. It's a silly challenge. He's got his stud on a millimetre of the ball, and that makes it not a penalty. He doesn't even really affect the ball's trajectory. It doesn't change the path of the ball. And also, by the way, someone explained to me why when we've got possession, so Saka goes down, he gets fouled according to the referee, he gives a penalty. We were still in possession when he does that, by the way. It goes to VAR. They decide it's not a penalty. Fine, whatever. But Fulham get the ball. What? So not only has the decision that was wrong wasted everyone's time, it's also killed any momentum we had. In fact, Fulham gained momentum because it's not a penalty and it got them amped. And then we lose possession as well. I think that's really wrong. I understand it's a little bit of a difficult one to resolve. Do you just do a drop ball and give it to an Arsenal player? Well, I think you have to. We had the ball, right? Unless I'm going crazy, I'm pretty sure we had the ball. Anyway, we'll quickly talk about Fulham because I actually was quite impressed. I think they were pretty decent. I love Iwobi. There's something about Iwobi. I've always really liked him since he joined Fulham, and he was frustrating at Arsenal. He was young, and I get it. And there's something about the way he plays. It's a little bit hectic. He's always just bouncing around, but he's such a good line breaker. Smith Rowe came on as well. We're going to be talking a lot about ex-Arsenal, it seems. Didn't really affect the game too much. Leno as well in goal with some big saves today. But for me, the most impressive player was actually Quensa, or Cuenca, however you say his name. I really liked him, and he did so well up against Gyökeres, who, again, hasn't scored today. Some people will say, oh, he's rubbish, he's a flop. And yeah, look, it wasn't, again, not a great performance, but on another day, he had a couple of shots today. Maybe they go in, and he was a pain in the butt. He's so annoying to play against. And I still think Gyökeres will come good. I do just want to use this opportunity again just to get people off my back who constantly seem to think that they should laugh at me just because I'm an Arsenal fan because Gyökeres is struggling. I didn't want him. Okay, I'm putting it out there. I didn't even want Gyökeres, okay? But I obviously get behind any signing we make, and fingers crossed he can come good. And I was there when he scored against Leeds, and the penalty, he's going to score goals. Okay, I've seen it firsthand. It just isn't quite clicking right now. What did we think of Fulham's defending? I think they're very well organised, and it's the same story when Arsenal play against any team that's expected to lose to them. They just sit back so deep. Berg, however you say his name, it's Norwegian, right? Yeah. so annoyingly good at man marking Gyökeres today. So Gyökeres effectively had 3 players on him. Diop, who came on for the injured Anderson, Quenza, and Berg, they were just all over him. Jimenez, a real handful up top. I actually thought he was pretty good. Wilson on that right side had multiple chances in the first half, shots going wide. I think in general, Fulham have shown once again that they're absolutely fine. You know, this is just a tough game against one of the best sides in the country, and they haven't been able to create enough. They haven't got that quality, the individual quality, to just get across the line against one of the top sides. But they will be absolutely in the top half, middle of the table. They're going to be fine. So obviously, no Ødegaard. Eze came in for this one. Didn't have a particularly great game. I thought Eze was a little bit off it today. I don't know how Zubamendi's only got a 6.9. I'd say him and Rice were fantastic today. Rice with these cross-field diagonals. Oh, it's just so beautiful to watch. Literally pinging balls from here all the way up to here. Saka was absolutely immense today. Deserved a goal or an assist. Unfortunately, that hasn't happened. It was a really good performance from him. Calafiori was excellent as well. Trossard got the goal. Funnily enough, I thought Trossard was actually having a pretty poor game in that first half. Got the goal, a little bit of a lucky one. Again, set piece, ole ole. Timber, excellent. Saliba and Gabriel, fantastic as well. Gabriel gets the assist for the headed knock-on, and Raya wasn't that busy. I think in general, I was happy with the system. I thought we broke Fulham down enough times to create good chances, but again, we're just not... efficiency. It's just not efficient enough. I kept thinking to myself multiple times throughout this game, once Gyökeres is firing on all cylinders, if we had a left winger that was as good as Saka, I truly believe that it's the best team in the league. It's just without a shadow of a doubt a left winger short and a Gyökeres firing on all cylinders. I think that's a big ask of Gyökeres. Again, people are jumping on him. He's only got 3 goals. He hasn't scored in 6 games or 8 games, whatever it is. He is still bedding into this team. He is still new to this league. He hasn't played in the Premier League. Well, did he even play in the Premier League before when he was with Brighton? I don't think so. He was just in the Championship with Coventry and whatever. So I'm still giving him a bit of time here. But I feel like if we did have another Saka type player on that left side, someone as good as Saka, we would be so much better because a lot of play was going down the left today. Marino came on, didn't really have to do too much. Martinelli with a little bit of a speculative overhead kick. Norgard coming on as well. Didn't really have to do much. I would have liked to have seen Nwaneri come on. I don't know. You can see we had such a big bench today and we only used 3 subs. Lewis Skelly could have come on. Max Dowman, I doubt, would have come on, but Ben White absolutely needs a rest. I'm surprised he was even in the squad today. Hincapié, where was Hincapié? I guess they're just not risking him yet. But see, it's funny, in the first half, Calafiori was our most dangerous player. So I very much doubt Hincapié is going to start at left back. And then you've got Lewis Skelly as well. So where does Hincapié go? Well, he's not going to go centre back, is he? Because Gabriel plays on that left side. So where is Hincapié going to play? I don't know. We can have a look at our upcoming fixtures and maybe there's a chance he'll play in one of the cups. I imagine he could come on as a sub as well. We've got Atletico Madrid on Tuesday, of course, which is a really exciting game. I'm fingers crossed I can get to that one. Crystal Palace on the Sunday, which maybe he could get some game time there. But I think realistically, we're going to be looking towards this Brighton game at home where Hincapié could potentially start. That would be really nice. That would be really, really nice. We do have a lot of cup games coming up and somewhat easier fixtures. You know, looking at Burnley away, Slavia Prague. Sunderland is not an easy game. On paper it is, because they're a promoted side, but they're so strong at home. They've won again today, and I'm keeping an eye on Sunderland. You know, they're kind of like my second team this season. That won't be an easy game, but honestly, we should be winning every single game here. We really should. I don't want to see us dropping points, losing anything. And also, this game against Brighton, this is a game that we've lost in recent years in the cup against Brighton. No. We're not doing that this year. We are not doing that this year. So, of course, that does mean, guys, we are back to the top of the table. Tomorrow, we've got a massive game between Liverpool and Manchester United. I'm praying that Manchester United somehow can pull off a win. It would be a double win for us, well, a triple win. Not only does it mean Liverpool lose points, it means Amorim would stay in there as well, which is great. And it would mean we stay top of the table. I really, really want to see us top of the table for as long as possible. Keep the pressure on Liverpool. Man City look great. Of course, Erling Haaland is on fire. Look at Bournemouth, by the way. Wow. Unbelievable. In other news, Ange Postecoglou, Ange Post not got a clue, is sacked, relieved of his duties at Nottingham Forest as they are rooted right near the bottom of the table. We're still looking at West Ham and Wolves somehow being worse than them. Look at this from Sunderland, though. 4 wins, 2 draws, 2 losses. Not scoring enough goals, though. It should be a little bit of a worry for them. I mean, defensively, they're fantastic. They've conceded the second least amount of goals, equal with Man City. Just 6 goals conceded. But, of course, we've only conceded 3. But they're doing such an incredible job. They really are. Cannot wait to see that result tomorrow. Come on, United. We need them to get a win. And it's great to be back talking Arsenal. It's been too long. It genuinely feels like months. Please, no more international breaks. They're so annoying. Thank you for watching, guys. And I will see you in the Arsenal career mode on Monday, where I will have new kits. They're ready.